Shalom Israel. Once again, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. And I don't have a title as of yet. I'll figure it out. Fair use, fair use. This quick and brief lesson is going to be based on, where did it go? Oh, here it is.
These men are members of the Infidels Motorcycle Club. The US biker gang has a history of hostility to Islam. They're also working for a firm which guards sites where aid is being distributed in Gaza. We've identified 10 members of the biker gang who've been working for UG Solutions, or UGS, a private contractor with the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, the controversial aid operation backed by Israel and the US. Set up by US military veterans of the Iraq War, members see themselves as modern crusaders. Many of them have the Crusader cross tattooed on their bodies or hands, as well as 1095, when the then Pope attacked all Muslims as a vile race.
Putting the Infidels Biker Club in charge of delivering humanitarian aid in Gaza is like putting the KKK in charge of delivering humanitarian aid in Sudan. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's bound to lead to violence, and that's exactly what we've seen happen in Gaza.
The gang's leader, Johnny Taz Mulford, is a former sergeant in the US Army who was punished for conspiracy to commit bribery, theft, and making false statements to military authorities. He's been the country team leader running UG Solutions contract in Gaza. We've identified 3 leading members of Infidels MC who've also had senior roles in Gaza. One of the UGS recruits has a firm that sells t-shirts, including one which has the slogan "Embrace Violence," and another which says "Surf all day, rockets all night, Gaza Summer 25. From the end of May to early September, 1,135 children, women and men were killed near GHF sites seeking food, according to the UN. GHF says it has a strict zero-tolerance policy toward any hateful or discriminatory behaviour, and said Johnny Mulford has not been involved with GHF since August. UGS says Mr. Mulford is no longer in Gaza, but did not leave for any performance reason and was still active in UGS. It says it doesn't screen people out for affiliations unrelated to job performance.
Alright, so there you have it. Once again, the Lord is exposing this devil, the nation of so-called white man. Alright, in the headquarters of this devil, which is America, also known as Babylon the Great, in the Holy Bible, for their wickedness, their true nature. Their very violent nature. Alright, so this is Sirach chapter 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Alright, so you might think that there's nothing wrong with an individual belonging to the so-called white race, all right, but the fact of the matter is that the Lord created their whole nation, each and every last one of them, to be the wicked of the earth, whether they like it or not. All right, their spirits were created to be the evil nation on the earth, and all nations commit sin. All nations are capable of being wicked. All right, but the nation of so-called white man is the wicked. You can be wicked, but the nation of so-called white man, the biblical Edomites, is the wicked. All right, the scripture of Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And if he's not the wicked, then, like the scripture says, who and where is he? So take it from the prophets, the true men of the Lord, who go out on the highways and byways week in and week out, who's flooding the internet with these prophecies, with the 100% truth of the scriptures. If not, then it'll be proven to you, but it might be too late. And they are grown. They have ruled through what? Great robbery and murder. All right, and these nations are sick of their shit. And the Lord again is exposing them. Is putting it in their spirits because they have but a short time to act out on their wickedness, their evil, all right, their violence, more and more. And the closer we get to the day of the Lord's judgment, and what you call the end of the world, the more this devil is going to show you, the more it's going to be evident. So it says, never trust thine enemy, and they are the enemy of the whole entire planet. They're destroying everything. Do your own research. It says, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Right? It's only but so long this devil could hide his hide his spirit, what type of spirit he has on his true nature. All right, it's only but so long as this nation can present himself as being a man of peace. Trump trying to go down in history as being a peacemaker. All right, but look at all of this. Look at all of the violent decisions he's been making. This being this being one of the examples. That's a very cruel. That's a very cruel thing to set up a biker gang, members of a biker gang known for hating Muslims, all right, known for hate, okay, known for violence, to set them up as basically gatekeepers for those people over there starving and looking for help. It's a very cruel and evil thing to set up these people who are straight up racist. And like they said in a video, it's just a matter of time before something violent happens, before things turn bad. So for like as iron rusteth, it's only a matter of time before that rust starts to show. So is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. All right. So again, it's just a matter of time. If you if the Lord is dealing with you, all right, you take heed. If you take heed to the prophets, right? If the Lord is dealing with you, then you're gonna pay attention to what truly matters, and you're gonna be edified. You're gonna realize the truth, and the truth pertaining to the nation of the so-called white man is that he is the devil in the flesh. There is no red monster, all right, controlling a fiery domain under the earth. This nation that we call white, all right, which is supposed to mean pure, he's far from pure, and he's changed the roles. He switched the roles around. He present himself to be pure and good and peaceful, while the nation of so-called black man is supposed to be evil, wicked, all right, animal-like, savage-like by nature. But they got it all wrong. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand. You cannot trust this devil, all right, as far as you could throw him. Okay? If you let him close to you, if you let him get close to you, he's going to stab you in the back. If you trust him, he's going to stab you in the back. You let him get close to you, he's going to betray you. Lest he seek to take thy seat. And that's exactly what this devil did. He has the whole earth believing that they are God's chosen people. They are the people of, they are the true people of the land of Israel. It says, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. So you could roll a dice if you want to, all right, but matter of fact, when it backfires on you, it bites you in the ass, then that's what you get. It says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as cometh near wild beasts? You know, those are some entertaining videos. You know, zookeepers getting attacked by the animals that they've mistreated, that they've misused. You know, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent? You know, you knowing that a king cobra, you know, could kill you. You know, you gonna play in this snake's face, all right, and it's all entertaining till you get bit, and everybody gonna be like, I told you, like, what's the dude name? Crocodile Dundee, I think that was his name, or Steve Irwin, I forgot which one passed. Even though he passed by way of a stingray, you know, he was known for being a crocodile hunter, you know, and tempting the Lord, playing with his life, putting his life on the line to educate the world about, you know, educate the world or entertain the world through his misuse of the wild. And so, you know, when the wild, you know, for him to, it was another, I forget his name, it was another guy, another devil. He went out, this was years ago, probably at least more than 10 years ago. There was a guy, he was trying to live amongst grizzly bears, you know, and he was getting it off for a little while. He started to become famous. You know, he wound up getting a girlfriend. His girlfriend wound up going with him. He got him and his girlfriend mauled to death. You know, and everybody said, well, I knew, I just, you know, we all tried to tell him, you know, it's like, I told you so. Proverbs 12:10, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Right, that's supposed to be humanitarian aid. You're supposed to be helping someone, just like this devil stabbed our brothers, the Gadites, the so-called North American Indians, in the back. All right, and that's the way that they took over this land. You know, they're known for breaking peace treaties. They're known for gaining your trust and stabbing you in the back, going to war with you when you least expect it. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Right, a righteous man is going to do what's right. All right, but the wicked are going to present themselves as wanting to do what's right, only to deceive you. Psalms 55:21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Look at DJ Trump. You know, like I said, he's trying to, he put on that smile, and he presents himself to be one way, but look at all of the and he's proud of these so-called accomplishments. Look at everything that he's doing. All right, and if in his during this office, during this presidential term, rather, we're closer than World War III than we've ever been. All right. These the earth is in an uproar about the war with Russia and Ukraine not coming to an end yet, and with Israel and those Palestinians. All right, and Trump is in support of America. Trump and America is in support of Israel. All right, and they have yet to put an end to the war with Ukraine, and it's because what they want all hell to break loose. They want to establish a new world order, and so they want these uproars. They want the nations to become mad. They want citizens. They want a civil war in America. All right. They want racial tension to continue to increase, and things are going exactly how they want it. But the Lord is going to put an end to their plans, their craftiness. This is Psalms chapter 120 verse 6. It says, "My soul have long dwelt with him that hateth peace." This devil hates peace. He it's against his nature to be peaceful. They're the physical counterpart of Satan. All right, and those demons directly deal with their nation to execute wickedness on the face of the earth. It says, "I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war." All right, so self-explanatory. Peace. Peaceful protests. Looking to, peaceful marches and things like that pisses them off. And that's why the Lord said, I forget how it goes. If your enemy thirsts, give him something to drink, for by doing so you heap coals upon his head. All right, because I had a saying, never trust your enemy. Show him love, and I bet he's gonna hate you more and more. Malcolm X, even though his motto was by any means necessary, that came from understanding that peace, more than likely, you could try to be peaceful, but you got to be ready to get violent and go to war with this devil, and demand your respect, demand your freedom, because this devil is never going to respect peace. Martin Luther King was gunned down. All right, and there's many examples. All right, so Lord willing, this was edifying. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh.